You already know what it is, family. Chauncey, GMOGMedia TV. So, real quick, family, I just want to share my thoughts about Big Baller Brand perhaps ending altogether with this particular story or this alleged, issue that $1.5 million of money missing or unaccounted for by Alan Foster, who is part owner of Big Baller Brand and a close family friend of the Ball family. When I first heard about the story, I was not aware that Alan Foster, had a criminal past. I understand that he was arrested for fraud back in the day, and he had to pay restitution of over $1 million, stuff like that. That's crazy. And now, you fast forward today where Alan Foster befriended LeVar Ball and the Ball family and helped run Big Baller Brand. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy. If you watch the episodes of the Ball family, he was on pretty much on almost every episode. He was the guy pulling the strings in terms of running the day-to-day operations of the business. You know what I mean? LeVar was the mouthpiece, but Alan Foster was the guy behind the scenes making things happen, right? And the fact that he is being accused of stealing $1.5 million from Lonzo Ball, and the fact that LeVar Ball works closely with Alan Foster, $1.5 million of my money missing, and you work closely with this guy. You're my father. You're supposed to take over and find out what the hell is going on. You're supposed to be proactive, right? So I can understand Lonzo Ball's point of view in terms of, saying, listen, Dad, listen, man, you're supposed to find out what the hell is going on, man. How did over $1 million of my money become unaccounted for? And you put your trust in Alan Foster. You're my dad. I trust you with anything. But because of that big gaping negligence that you did, I'm going to cut ties with Big Baller Brand, and I'm going to tell my brothers to follow suit with me. So I completely understand that from Lonzo's perspective. But at the same time, I've always praised LeVar Ball and the Ball family for practicing independence, for practicing going against the status quo in terms of you have a star athlete in your family and automatically you sign a shoe deal or an apparel deal to a Nike or Adidas or Under Armour, being basically an employee. You're just an employee if you sign with these companies, no matter how much money they throw at you. You're just a company. I mean, you're just an employee of these companies. They can throw $100 million a year at you. They can give you a small percentage of the company, like Michael Jordan, very small, but you're not an outright owner and you're not the check writer, aka Phil Knight. You're not going to find any of these top 3 major brands like Adidas, Nike, or Under Armour. These CEOs are white. So you're not going to find a black-owned or a black-owned apparel company, shoe company. It's not going to happen. Except Big Baller Brand. And they shattered the mold in doing that. So I've always gave props to LeVar Ball doing it. And the fact that he's a hands-on father. He raised his children from the ground up with his wife in the same household. So I always give props to that. Always. Because they're black. They're black children. They're black. Well, they're men now. They're young men. They're young black men. He raised young black men from the start. Always been involved in their life from day one, and that mimics me and what I do with my 3 boys as well. You know what I'm saying? So I always highly praise that. Always highly praise that. But my opinion on this situation is this. Like I said, I completely understand from Lonzo Ball's perspective. I completely understand it. As far as LeVar Ball is concerned, he has not said a word. I'm not surprised by that because this is a very private and delicate situation. So, you know, I'm not surprised by that. But here's what I would like to happen with this situation. I know people are talking about. I saw the story about LeBron James saying he'll welcome Lonzo Ball in open arms to join Nike as an employee, because LeBron, you're an employee. Kobe, you're an employee. Kevin Durant, you're an employee. Nike's dope. I buy Nike shoes. I buy Adidas, but at the same time, you're just an employee signing a shoe deal. So I would like for, and here's my thing. I would like for Lonzo Ball and his brothers to still be independent. My understanding, and shout out to AB the Hero. I follow him because he does a lot of coverage with the Ball family. He also did commentary with the JBA League and stuff like that. But shout out to him. I watched this video the other day, and I wasn't aware that the brand or I'm not sure if it's a subsidiary or not, but Lonzo Ball owns his own company outside of Big Baller Brand. It's called ZO2. So his ZO2 line is still independent. It's actually independent of Big Baller Brand. So I would like to see him continue with the ZO2 line, and his brothers have their own line as well, and just stay independent. You know what I mean? You own all your stuff outright. He still owns 50% of Big Baller Brand, but he can continue with the ZO2 line. His brothers continue on with their brand, LaMelo and LiAngelo, and stay independent, stay black owned. That's just my opinion. Now, as far as Big Baller Brand, they obviously need to cut ties with Alan Foster if these allegations are true about him stealing $1.5 million. Cut ties with Alan Foster, and I would still like to see Big Baller Brand continue. But because of this situation, it's a dramatic blow on Big Baller Brand, and the future looks very, very, very grim. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even sure if all their other subsidiary companies and affiliates like the JBA League and, you know, their management companies, are they going to feel the wrath and not continue? It's hard to say. But as far as Lonzo and his brothers, LiAngelo and Melo, I like to see them stay independent and not go with these major brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. I like to see them stay independent with their own brands. That's just my opinion. I want to see them just stay black owned, because we need more black businesses, especially, you know, in the sporting apparel industry. We need more black businesses, man, you know. But, you know, all in all, it's an unfortunate situation. I want to see Big Baller Brand bounce back without Alan Foster if these allegations are true, and I want to see the Ball brothers bounce back with their own independent company. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on that, family. Just my opinion. All right. So those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this story about Alan Foster stealing $1.5 million allegedly. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, family. Until next time, make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV. Till next time, Chauncey, aka GMOGMediaTV, signing out. Peace.